So we were talking about some pretty futuristic stuff before the break, like AI finding you the perfect job before you even start looking. Kind of wild, right?
Yeah, it really is. And it all comes down to how AI is being used in recruiting right now. Remember all those terms from Derek Phelps' LinkedIn profile?
You mean like targeted recruitment strategies? To be honest, it all sounded a bit like, buzzwords to me.
I get it, it can seem that way. But when you actually break it down, these concepts are pretty revolutionary. Imagine, instead of just posting a job online and crossing your fingers, you could use AI to pinpoint the exact candidates you need.
So it's like instead of hoping the right person stumbles across your job ad, you're going out and finding them directly.
Exactly. AI can analyze tons of data, like industry trends, what skills are in high demand, even predict future hiring needs. Gives you a major edge in the job market.
Wow, that's incredible. So it's not just about filling a position, it's about finding the absolute best person for the job.
Precisely. And once you know who you're looking for, you need to grab their attention, right? That's where AI can help create those engaging job postings we talked about.
Oh, right. It's like, remember how that AI wrote the snake game code from just a simple text prompt? Could it do something similar for, like, job descriptions?
You got it. AI can analyze what makes a great job posting, what language resonates with certain candidates, and even tailor the wording to target specific people.
So instead of a dry, boring list of requirements,
Yeah.
you're getting a job posting that tells a story, showcases the company culture, gets people excited about the opportunity.
Right. It's about making the job posting itself like a marketing tool. And then there's that proactive candidate sourcing. That's where things get really interesting.
Yeah, that one really caught my attention. I'm still not totally clear on what it actually means.
Okay, so imagine this. You're not just waiting for candidates to apply. You're using AI to actively seek them out. It scans social media profiles, online portfolios, professional networks, all of it, to identify individuals with the exact skills you're looking for.
Wait, so AI could potentially, find me my dream job before I even know I'm looking for it?
It's possible. It's like instead of fishing with a single line, you're casting a wide net, reaching a huge pool of talent.
Okay, I see how that could be super beneficial for both companies and job seekers. But, it still feels a little, impersonal. What about the human element of recruiting? The face-to-face connection?
You're raising a really important point. AI can streamline the process, find potential candidates, but human recruiters are still essential. They build relationships, assess cultural fit, and make those judgment calls that AI just can't do.
Yeah, it's like AI can provide the data, the insights, but it's humans who bring the intuition, the empathy, the understanding. AI might be able to find a great candidate on paper, but it can't really tell if they'd be a good fit for the team, for the company culture.
Exactly. So AI isn't taking over recruiting. It's giving recruiters, superpowers. It's about making them more effective, more efficient.
Makes sense. And I guess the same logic applies to sales, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Remember Derek's book, Best Damn Sales Book Ever? It might sound like it's all about closing deals, but at its core, it's about building real relationships, understanding what the customer wants, what their pain points are, and exceeding their expectations. Even in a world where technology seems to be taking over everything.
Okay, now I'm starting to connect the dots. AI can help us be more efficient, more targeted, but that human touch, that personal connection, that's what really matters in the end.
You got it. AI might suggest products or personalize emails, but it's the human salesperson who can build that rapport, read between the lines, create those moments of genuine connection.
Right. It's like AI can give you the information, the tools, but it's up to us to make that real human connection. But there are those examples in Derek's book where the successful salespeople, they just trusted their gut. They improvised. Can AI ever really replicate that kind of human intuition?
That's a big question. While AI is great at finding patterns and analyzing data, some aspects of human interaction are still a mystery, even to the most advanced algorithms.
It's like there's a certain art to sales, to connecting with people, that can't just be coded. You need that human element, the ability to read a situation, adapt your approach, build trust based on being human.
You're exactly right. And that's why I believe those human qualities, those soft skills, are going to be even more valuable in the future, even as AI becomes more sophisticated.
So are you saying that AI won't replace salespeople? That it might actually make those who have those strong interpersonal skills even more in demand?
Absolutely. It's about finding that balance, that sweet spot where AI and human intelligence work together. AI does its thing, analyzes data, identifies patterns, automates tasks, And we humans, we use our unique abilities to build relationships, provide insights, and make those decisions that require intuition, creativity, and empathy.
Okay, so it's not AI versus humans, it's AI and humans working together to create a more effective, more human-centered workplace. It's like a partnership where each side brings its strengths to the table.
Yeah.
But what about the people who might not be able to keep up with all this? Those who might get left behind in this tech revolution?
It's a valid concern. We need to find ways to support those individuals. Think retraining programs, creating new opportunities, making sure the benefits of AI are shared broadly, not just concentrated among a select few.
It seems like lifelong learning is going to be even more crucial now. We need to help people develop the skills to navigate this rapidly changing world. Not just the technical skills, but also those uniquely human skills that will always be valuable.
Exactly. Things like critical thinking, creativity, problem solving, communication, empathy, those are the skills that will help people adapt and thrive no matter how much technology advances.
Okay, I'm feeling a lot more optimistic now. It's not just about AI taking over. It's about humans and AI working together to create something better. But I'm still curious about the specifics of how this is all playing out. Can we get into some real-world examples of how AI is being used in sales and recruiting right now?
Of course. In the next part of our deep dive, we'll explore some fascinating case studies and look at specific AI tools that are already transforming how companies approach sales and recruiting.
All right, so we've spent a lot of time talking about the possibilities of AI, how it can code, find job candidates, even write better sales pitches. But it feels like we've only scratched the surface, you know.
I know what you mean. We've focused on the potential benefits, but there's a whole other side to this AI thing. A side that's, well, a little more complicated.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Like, what about the risks? What happens if this technology falls into the wrong hands or is used in ways that are, harmful or unfair?
Those are big questions, and they're becoming more and more important as AI gets, more powerful. As it becomes a bigger part of our lives, we have to make sure AI is used responsibly, ethically, that it benefits everyone, not just a select few.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's dive into some of those ethical dilemmas. Where do we even begin?
Well, one of the biggest concerns is data privacy. We've talked about how AI can analyze customer data to personalize marketing or find the perfect job candidate. But how is that data being collected, stored, used? Who has access to it?
All right, it's a bit of a double-edged sword, isn't it?
Yeah.
On one hand, it's amazing to see personalized recommendations or job opportunities that are, tailored to you. But it can feel a little creepy when it seems like technology knows you better than you know yourself. Like, where's the line?
Exactly. And there's a real danger that this data could be used in ways that are discriminatory, especially if the AI systems themselves are, designed with biases built in.
Okay, so how do we prevent that from happening? How do we ensure AI is being used fairly?
Transparency is a good place to start. Companies need to be upfront about how they're using AI, what data they're collecting. People should have the right to know what information is being gathered about them and how it's being used.
So it's about giving people control over their own data, making sure they understand what's happening, and making sure AI is used responsibly.
Right. But it's not just about companies being transparent. We also need to build AI systems that are fair and unbiased from the very beginning.
Okay, I'm listening. How do we actually do that?
Well, it starts with the data that's used to train these AI systems. If the data itself is biased, then the AI will be biased too. It's like garbage in, garbage out. Right. So we need to make sure the training data is diverse, representative of everyone, and free from the kinds of biases that can, perpetuate inequality.
That sounds like a huge challenge. Who's responsible for making sure this happens?
Honestly, it's a shared responsibility. Tech companies, policymakers, researchers, even individual users, we all have a role to play in making sure AI is developed and used ethically for the benefit of everyone.
So it's not just about the technology itself, it's about the people behind it, the values, the principles that guide how it's developed and used.
Exactly. AI is a powerful tool, but it's just that, a tool. We get to decide how we use it, what kind of future we want to create with it.
It's like Derek says in his book, the business of business is business, but maybe we need to think bigger. Maybe the business of AI is humanity.
I love that. It's a great way to put it. Technology should serve us, not the other way around.
So how do we make sure that happens? AI is changing so fast, it's hard to keep up, let alone try to, steer it in the right direction.
It's definitely a challenge, but I think education is key. We need to make sure people understand how AI works, its potential, both the good and the bad. The more informed we are, the better decisions we can make about how AI is developed and used.
Right, knowledge is power. But it's not just about understanding the technical stuff. It's also about thinking critically, considering the ethical implications, and understanding that we all have a responsibility to shape how AI impacts our world.
You're right. It's about realizing that AI isn't something happening to us. It's something we're creating together. We all have a say in this.
So it's not AI versus humans. It's AI and humans working together to create a better future.
Exactly. And it's a future that needs our best qualities. Our creativity, our compassion, our ability to think critically, and our commitment to building a world that works for everyone, not just a select few.
That's a powerful message. It's easy to get caught up in all the potential risks of AI, to feel overwhelmed, but we have to remember that we have the power to shape this technology, to make sure it's used for good.
We do, and the fact that we're having this conversation, that we're thinking about these issues, it means we're on the right track. We're taking responsibility.
So for everyone listening, what's the takeaway? What should we be doing? What should we be thinking about as AI keeps evolving?
I think the most important thing is to stay curious. Don't be afraid to learn more about AI, explore its potential, question its limitations.
And don't just sit back and watch it happen. Get involved. Help shape how AI is developed and used.
Right. Ask those tough questions, speak up about your concerns, and demand transparency from the companies creating these systems.
Remember, AI is a human issue, not just a technological one. It reflects our values, our ethics, and the kind of world we want to live in.
It's a powerful tool, and it's up to all of us to use it wisely to make sure it serves humanity, not the other way around.
Well said. It feels like this conversation is just getting started, really. But for now, we've reached the end of our deep dive.
Thanks for joining us on this journey. It's been fascinating to explore these ideas with you.
We hope this deep dive has given you new insights and maybe even a new perspective on AI and its impact on our lives.
Keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep the conversation going. It's up to all of us to shape the future of AI.
Thanks for listening, everyone, and until next time, keep diving deep.
Thank you for listening to our last 2 episodes on AI and recruiting top talent. Taking the deep dive with us today. And again, my name is Derek Phelps, Top Talent Search Advisors. Give us a call. Let's see how we can help your organization move into the future. Thank you.